Good morning. This is Kathleen Clow with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Sunday, July 27th, 2025. The fire potential impacts across the next few days include a continued chance of lightning today due to lingering mixed thunderstorm activity, where we expect wetter storms along the Sierra Front in northeastern central Idaho. We will see storm coverage decrease on Monday to just central Idaho, and then on Tuesday, storm coverage remains in place over northern and western central Idaho, with mixed storms returning to northwestern Nevada. Elsewhere, warm and dry southwesterly flow remains in place over parts of Utah and southeastern Nevada the next several days. Gusty winds and low RH are expected across central Utah today and tomorrow, expanding south to the Arizona Strip and southeastern Nevada on Tuesday. High pressure builds across the Great Basin next week with hot and dry conditions. Radar estimates from the past 24 hours show at least a quarter inch of precipitation across northwestern Nevada to the northeast through parts of central Idaho, with heavier pockets of up to an inch in those areas. Satellite loop from yesterday afternoon into the evening shows lightning strikes concentrated within this line of storms, which led to new starts and initial attack yesterday. No wetting rains over our large fires. In the past 24 hours, the Great Basin had 15 new starts for a total of 280.5 acres and a large growth of 9,983 acres, most of which was from the Monroe Canyon fire in central Utah. The past 3 days show the highest precipitation amounts in northwestern Nevada, southern central Idaho near the Nevada border, and northeastern central Idaho. These areas received at least a tenth of an inch with sparse pockets between a quarter and half inch. The rest of the basin remained dry, with the last 30 days of precipitation remaining well below normal for much of the Great Basin except northwestern Nevada and parts of central Idaho. The past couple days of scattered rain and thunderstorms have brought ERC values down across the Sierra Front and unchanged across northern Nevada and much of central Idaho. Across the rest of the Great Basin, ERC values remain on the rise and above 80%, with values over 90 to 97% for central Nevada and most of Utah. ERC values are expected to continue to rise with multiple days ahead of single-digit relative humidities. Fuels remain critical across much of the Great Basin. Satellite from this morning shows a mix of smoke and clouds across Utah and Idaho due to recent fire activity and yesterday's line of storms. Smoke impacts for today include most of Utah as smoke from the Dragon Bravo fire and Monroe Canyon fire propagates north and east, as well as some smoke impacts across northern central Idaho from established fires in that region. Smoke impacts remain very similar tomorrow, with areas of high impact persisting across Utah. Today we have no high-risk triggers, but you can see areas of moderate risk across most of Nevada and Utah, and this is due to those warm, dry, breezy conditions that we expect to see across southern Nevada and Utah today. We've got some areas of low to little or no risk where we're expecting our thunderstorms due to the rain over the past couple of days, but there is still a chance for some lightning today. Afternoon wind gusts show those isolated potential mixed dry storms across northwestern Nevada and western Idaho. And you can see maybe a little bit more precip than we've been getting from these, a little heavier, especially along the Sierra Front. And you can see those gustier conditions over Utah in the orange there, as well as southern Nevada. Relative humidities continue to remain in the single digits for much of eastern Nevada and Utah, and you can see we're remaining in the teens where we're getting that mixed storm coverage up in northwestern Nevada and Idaho. Max temperatures today across the basin range from the mid 80s to mid to upper 90s. You can see that 98 down here on the Arizona Strip, but for the most part, not too hot today. On Monday, portions of central Idaho move from low to moderate risk as dry conditions follow the thunderstorm potential from Sunday, and you can see those warm, dry, breezy conditions across much of Nevada, Utah, and then that eastern part of Idaho and western Wyoming. Wind concerns on Monday, you can see those gusty outflows from that storm potential in the same area we've been seeing it, and you can see the chance for some higher winds in southwestern Utah in the orange there. Forecast precipitation, pretty light in these scattered storms, but definitely heavier up in northern Idaho. Minimum RHs on Monday, still we continue to see single digits across much of eastern Nevada and Utah, and those teens up in northwestern Nevada and Idaho where we're going to see our chance for precip, but things continuing to dry out. High temperatures a little bit warmer today. You can see 101, the Arizona Strip, 90s across much of Nevada and Utah, and a little bit warmer in Idaho as well in the low to mid 90s. On Tuesday, as that dry air mass remains in place over the Great Basin, You can see some more areas have changed from low to moderate risk due to that warming and drying trend and some breezy conditions. On Tuesday, as those mixed storms return to northwestern Nevada, you can see those storm outflows here in the purple and pink, and also some higher winds across southeastern Nevada and western Utah as well. Maybe a little storm potential in Idaho and Utah in pink there. Forecast precipitation is still mostly on the lighter side, maybe up to 2/10 of an inch in some of these spots, but definitely sparse. Relative humidities remain in the single digits for most of Nevada, Utah, and some teens in Idaho. You can see things starting to dry out. So we're getting those lower teens in northwestern Nevada, as well as drying out across Idaho. High temperatures for Tuesday, seen low to mid 90s across much of the basin, with some higher temperatures, of course, down near Vegas and the Arizona Strip. The next 3 days of precipitation shows most of our precip across northwestern Nevada into western and northern Idaho. The rest of the basin will remain dry with no precipitation over our large fires. On Wednesday, you can see those dry, breezy conditions persist across much of Nevada and Utah, with a potential for some mixed scattered storms in those black and green areas, but overall, most of the basin remains under a moderate risk. On Thursday, that dry air mass persists over Nevada and Utah with expanding coverage into southeastern Idaho, bringing breezy and especially dry conditions in southern Nevada, southern Utah, and the Arizona Strip. There's also the potential for some mixed storms in central Idaho, but overall, the basin remains mostly at moderate to low risk. Those dry, breezy conditions persist across most of the basin. You can see the potential for some maybe mixed storms in the black here up in northwestern Nevada and portions of central Idaho. And you can see some wetter precipitation in northern central Idaho. But overall, significant fire potential remains moderate to low risk for much of the basin. On Saturday, conditions remain similar with less of a chance for those mixed storms. So overall, still seeing that same warming and drying trend, especially dry air across the Arizona Strip and portions of central Utah. The next 7 days of precipitation show at least up to 1/10 of an inch of rain across northwestern Nevada, western and northern central Idaho, western Wyoming, and portions of Utah. Pockets of up to 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain are seen where we expect our wetter thunderstorms in the northern basin over the next few days. The next 8 to 14 days show the chance for near normal temperatures across Nevada and Idaho, and above normal temperatures across Utah and the Arizona Strip. The precipitation outlook shows below normal to near normal precipitation for most of the Great Basin, with a chance for above normal precipitation across portions of Idaho. That concludes today's fire potential briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.